We're on that last minute, or glimpse to just keep everything good that happened in June. But to everyone's surprise, these last few days of the month were insanely huge. As opposed to bringing new games today, we're looking at the bus. 30 more new awesome games to play right now for free on your Android and iOS devices as well. Let's go. No, one with over 100,000 downloads since only 2 days ago. People over here. The one and only Tactical Ragdoll action strategy game. The very Tactical Ragdoll itself. Which is quite a bit, to some extent, the same old totally accurate battle simulator, or tabs in short. But it's a really solid game, to be honest. It's a 5 out of 5 of my opinion, but it is only rated down to its resemblance to the other game. Check it out. This one's about 100 megabytes. It's initially free and even playable offline. Coming up behind that, with over 100,000 downloads, games since only 3 days ago, we've over here the No. 5 rated tab play strategy of 2023. Something called Outlaw Cowboy. Almost a kind of a spiritual successor here to the other game, Build Your Own Kingdom or Rise of Kingdoms. It's a really nice game in replay and visuals. It's actually playable both online and offline. Online. It's about 1 gigabyte size, which is probably the only downside but of it. What it takes, and that department it actually makes off in content a lot more. Grin Smile Studios finally opened the official page for Pull Rumble on the Google Play this very day. Now bear with me for a second. I know the visuals, but it's the action arcade pixel art platformer, where we've heard nothing but good for months. Which is honestly a miracle of its own kind, since it's almost downloaded 1 million times in less than a week. Pull Rumble is playable both on and offline. It's now bringing everything to Asian version. Initial version of the game came up with a month ago. Very fast and intuitive gameplay. Tag Top, on the other hand, came out way globally a few days ago. It's sitting on the Play Store with almost 500,000 downloads in a 4.5 out of 5 already. I don't think I'm exaggerating if I tell you that this is a beast for you to play. Turn-based strategy. I've personally had hands-on for years when I had the chance to do that a month ago, and now this game is actually 5 times better, at least in English. Tag Top is a divine game, and visuals, music, the characters, definitely a console quality in every damn way. No. 5 We have Middle Slot Awakening. Now available worldwide. Download over 100,000 times for only 2 days. And as a 4.4 out of 5 as well. Awakening, in case you just missed it, is the RPG running gun now as opposed to just a simple plain old shooter and running gun. The game is of course playable only online. This is literally the only downside of it. Hopefully that will change in the future. It's about 1 gigabyte in size. It's getting constant updates, new content, more characters, new skins, and it's actually free all the way. No 6 Just a quick mention over here, since this game is already around for like 2 years, but now available in English and globally available for a week now actually. Honkai Star Rail's previous iteration or its initial form, a game called Honkai Impact 3 VN, which is just the same old semi-open role action mobile in PC game with gorgeous graphics, super fluid controls and just gameplay. Remember on your phone, it's about 1 to 3 gigabytes of content, with cross-play for PC, so it's about 15 gigabytes at least. No. 7 We have something called Cowboy Ascension. This is a car-based action strategy that's been in its pre-registration state on the place and the beta testing for over a year now, which is now finally available fully and are within north of 100,000 downloads. And for point for in the Western regions. Only if you did lay Hearthstone Blizzard games, but found it a bit too heavy on your phone, and the fact that that's a pay-to-win game. What this game has to offer rids of these 2 problems. On top of that, offers less Indian lore myth games. Free and about 1 gigabyte in size. No. 8 It's gotta be my favorite game of all time on the Play Store, although I've already purchased this one last year and played it through a demo like 2 years ago when it came out on PCS. If you haven't seen what we've got over here, Boss and Play is a puzzle, point-and-click adventure, and everything you just ever dreamed of. A perfect ritual, cartoony goodness, like a Cuphead game, but a totally different genre, and has the greatest quality in detail than the rest of the list here, period. This game is a 10 out of 10, actually a 5 out of 500 It's set to be released fully next month in the extent of 1 GB. This current state, it's also playable offline eventually, in a world where legends are born and kingdoms rise and fall. King Arthur, Legend Rise, technically, -1 week 1 and received its open pre-registration on both platforms, and to our surprise, it was only for a few days, because the game is now available officially with over 2 million registered players, and some next-level graphics for a turn-based medieval. Probably the best in the looks we've seen in months. Squad-based RPG. This is how it looks. The game is free, is actually from the same developers of Contest the Champions, and quite a bit like that game, although in a totally different era. The greatest thing also about King Arthur here is playable with cross-play on PCS, and actually free all the way. And the No 10, finally out of his pre-registration state, to unavailable worldwide. Already download. Almost 5 freaking million times on the police alone. It's actually the No. 1 free-to-play RPG, awarded Game of the Year, Harry Potter Magic Awakened. If you saw the Hogwarts Legacy open-world game for consoles and PCS, but you only have this phone to play with, don't even think twice. Cause honestly, even though it is a car-based RPG strategy, what we got here, it is nothing short than Hogwarts Legacy in quality. This game is free, the most visually artful game of the month, and definitely the most addictive, or at least one of the top 3. Let's go. Thanks for watching.